My favorite thing about NPCs is when they come onto my page and they're like, oh my gosh, you guys are so fear-based. Conspiracy theorists are all about fear-based. It's like, knowledge isn't fear-based. You're afraid of knowledge and the truth because you actually like living in the lie that was created for you because it's a lot easier. If you actually wake up and see the world for what it is, you're actually going to have to do something about it, and you're not capable of it, and that's why you're NPCs. And so when you say that knowledge is fear-based, we weren't the ones running around washing our groceries in 2020. We weren't the ones driving around with masks and gloves on while we were alone in our vehicles. We weren't the ones, jerking off with condoms when we were by ourselves, just to prevent pregnancy, which is pretty much what you guys were doing with the whole mask and the glove thing alone in your vehicles. But hey, whatever. Then remember when the government was like, hey, take this thing, and you guys were healthy, and then you started getting sick, and the government's like, that means it's working? Yeah, I used my knowledge to be like, no, that's not how that works, right? And then I didn't get it, and I don't regret it one bit. So for those of you who say that conspiracy theorists are fear-based, no, we just have a map laid out in front of us, and we're trying to figure out which road will be the less painful one, right? Whereas NPCs, you guys just go with the flow, and you really don't want to know what's going on because you're a bunch of sheep being led to the slaughterhouse. And unfortunately, I don't want to go with you guys because I have self-preservation skills. You know what I mean? And I totally understand that you're deflecting the fear of the truth onto those of us who speak about it because you can't handle it as a weak human being. So in your mind, it's so much easier to just live in a world of, play pretend and delusions and, whatever. But that's not who we are. So if you think that the truth is based in fear, that's because you're afraid of it, not the rest of us. I find truth and knowledge actually very empowering because then it doesn't make me act like a complete insane sheep when poop hits the fan.